Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm building a power rack in my basement. I have a gym membership, but I get sick of going to the gym all the time, seeing the same people. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I like to work out at home, play the radio. So anyway, this is my power rack. This is the second one I've built. A lot of guys I noticed use the 4x4 posts in their construction of their power rack, and they drilled the holes in it, and you have to lay that flat and drill it. They hit some really nice holes, and one guy spray painted it black and he stenciled some numbers on there, and it looks just like a metal power rack. So mine is going to be more, I have a background in residential construction, so mine is going to be more practical. It's going to look less like a power rack, but it's going to work just as well as any of the others. So I've chosen to use 2x4s instead of 4x4s, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put blocks of 2x4, like one about here for benching, and then one a little bit up higher for incline benching, and then another one up higher for squatting, and then I'm just going to stick a 2x4 between there and let it rest on there, and that's instead of a bar like most guys do. And believe me, a 2x4 is more than enough to hold what I can squat or bench. Okay, and if that bothers you, you could use a 2x6, I guess. So anyhow, the way I'm attaching these at the top is I'm bolting it right to the joist, the floor joist. I haven't got the holes drilled yet. I got the hole drilled in the 2x4, but I haven't drilled it in the floor joist yet. I'm going to get my holes done in the bottom first. So what I did was I put these columns, or whatever you want to call them, up here, and I plumbed them up. You take a level and you make sure it's plumb. This isn't plumb right now. This is just for example. This is for instructional purposes only. So you plumb it this way, and then you plumb it this way. So you get it about, perfect. You want it straight up and down is what plumb means. So then I marked the floor with a Sharpie. Let's see if you can see it here. See my marks, 4 corners of the post. Marked it with a Sharpie, and then I did an X through the middle, and then that gives you the center, okay? So you want to know where the center is, because what I did is I drilled a pilot hole in the bottom of my post, and then I put in a bolt, a pointed bolt, what do they call that, a lag bolt? I think, lag or carriage bolt, I forget, I always get that mixed up. So I put a bolt in there, it had a hex head on it. So I put it in with my socket set, spun it right in, and then I cut the head off. So what I'm going to do, or what I did do, is the bolt goes right down in that hole, and this works great. There's the hole. Bolt goes right down in that hole in the concrete floor. This is my house, so I can do whatever I want. This one's already sitting in the hole, but it's not bolted at the top like I said, so it's not going anywhere at the bottom. I'm also going to try and make a leg press here, and I'll show you what happens in the next video on that one. So the way I determine where to make the hole for the leg press, this is the pipe. That's 1/2-inch gas pipe, Home Depot. So I took a nail and drove in this piece of 2x4, and then I drove it in there, and then I laid on the floor here, and I did some squats, some leg presses. So I laid flat with my back on the floor. So I determined that this was a good angle for the leg press machine, like I saw some other guys make on their YouTube videos. The higher you go, the harder it is. Let's see what else. The power racks at the gym have some bars sticking out here, so you can hang weights on them instead of having those racks over there like I have. So I'm going to try to do that. We'll have to see what happens there. But anyway, this is my first video. I think I'm going to make 2 or 3. That's it, I guess, guys. Hopefully this turns out and I don't get killed in the process. All right, that's it.